What's going on, y'all? Wanted to come back here, chat to y'all real quick. A couple days ago, I had a good conversation with the guy that does our treatment after one of our games. Had a real good conversation with him, and he went on and asked me. He asked me, he was like, how have you been, transitioning? How's your time been over here in Denmark? I was like, no, it's been pretty good. And then he went on to, ask, have you dealt with any, winter depression or, seasonal depression yet? And I was like, honestly, I have. Like, there's been some times where some days that have been tougher than others. For sure, definitely have. And I told him, I'm like, when I get in those droughts or those days where I'm just not in the mood, I try my best to just enjoy where I'm at, the 2 feet, stay where my 2 feet are, and enjoy, like I said, where I'm at. Try to take everything in and be grateful for, the ups and the downs. And it was crazy because I asked him, I said, how do you deal with it as being a person that lived here all your life? How do you deal with that seasonal depression? Because, there's days, weeks, we have no sunlight. And I'm coming from Florida, so I'm like, yo, this is crazy, yo. No sun, like, we go to practice, it's like gloomy out. We come out of practice, it's already dark out, and it's like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and it's dark for the rest of the day. So that sometimes that can be tough. So I asked him, like, how does he deal with it? And how do people, out here deal with that? He says, like, it's definitely something that is tough for a lot of people. People, they even go to an extent where they take a kind of like a pill or like a drug, basically, to make them happy. It helps, with their whatever going on in their brain. It helps kind of like flip the switch and make them, instead of being sad, it makes them happy. So, like, but they depend on that on a daily. They take that every day to help them with their mood during this time of the year. So I was like, it's crazy, like, to hear about that, because when I first found out that I was going to Denmark, I did my research. A lot of people around me did their research and was telling me a lot of good things about Denmark. How it's safe and it's the happiest place in the world, and all these good things. And then, like, you get out here and there's people dealing with, you hear about people dealing with the seasonal depressions. And then he dropped another gem on me. He was like, it's crazy, like, we're ranked one of the top countries in the world to, like, happiest people, happiest place, safest place in the world. But then we also have a stat of being one of the top places with a high suicide rate. And I'm like, damn, like, how does that, like, you feel me? Like, how is that all adding up? Like, that don't add up. Like, how you in the happiest place in the world, but you got the highest place of suicide? Like, that don't add up. Like, so we were just talking, and it's like, yo, it's like beneath the surface, like, on the outside, it could look sweet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything's all, everybody says, and this is not to bash Denmark at all, because it's been great so far. Like, but this is just like, put a perspective. Like, on the outside, somebody could be looking like nothing's wrong, like, they're the happiest person in the world, but on the inside, they can be dealing with a lot more stuff that you might not know about. So I just say all this to say, like, just make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. You know what I mean? Taking care of what really matters. Your soul, your inside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take care of that, because at the end of the day, no one else is gonna be there. Like, you the one that got to deal with all your emotions, all your feelings, whatever you're feeling with. You know what I mean? So make sure you're taking care of yourself, eating the right things, doing the right things for your body, doing the right things for your brain, your mentals. You know what I mean? So that you can be in the best version that you can be. I feel like that was just like such a crazy thing for me to hear, especially at that moment. I was just like, damn, like, so crazy. Like, you can look on the outside and somebody can look all smiley and be like, but on the inside they could be really hurting, like, you know what I mean, like not love themselves or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to just share that little conversation that I had with him, the treatment guy. Like, that was a good conversation. Like, every time I get treatment, like, we'll just have a good talk. So I appreciate him for that. And as a team, we're all, most of us are Americans, so we're all kind of dealing with those same little, things, either being away from home, that little seasonal depression, like not getting enough vitamin D, little things like that. So it's important for us to, make sure we locked in on ourselves, and like when we are down, making sure that we do certain things to get us back in good spirits, and getting back to our best selves. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to come and give y'all that little talk. And I hope y'all like the video. If you're new, subscribe. More videos coming soon. I'll see y'all.